Talking directly.
Sorry?
Talking directly. Direct. Indirect means the reverse.
So when the first, can you read the first statement? Om Prakash ji, can you read the first statement?
Direct speech repeats
No,
or
no, the sentence which is given.
Olivia Elid,
Yes.
I don't want to speak to you anymore. I don't want to speak.
Sorry, just a minute.
I don't want to speak to you anymore. Elid Olivia.
Yelled Olivia.
Yeah.
So this is a direct speech. When it is a direct speech, you will find the speech marks, inverted comma 6699. So
Okay, right.
whatever the person has told, his words are as it is.
As it is, the words are repeated. Then we can say it is a direct.
It is kept inside the inverted commas. Then it is direct speech.
Right.
Okay. And mostly it will have a reporting verb in the past simple past. Yell.
Right.
What is yelled? Reporting verb. Means when you are repeating the sentence, then it becomes past.
Right.
He yelled. So yelled is simple past.
Past.
So the reporting clause can come before also or after also. Like in the first sentence, it is coming in the reporting clause is coming after the reporting speech. And in the second sentence, it is coming before.
Right.
So both the sentences are correct.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yes. Who was that? Okay, now who will read this sentence?
ma'am, can I read?
Yes, Radhika.
I'll bring wine to dinner, declared Julia. Julia declared, I'll bring wine to dinner.
Okay, so this is also direct. We are using quotation marks. And we have to remember when the reported clause is coming first, we have to place the comma inside 6699. Okay. Unless there's already a punctuation, if it is a question mark, then we need not put a comma. If there's an exclamation mark, we need not put a comma. And if we change the order, that means when reported clause is coming in the later half, then comma is outside 6699. Okay. So you can see the position of comma in both the sentences. In the first sentence, it is enclosed within 6699, whereas in the second sentence, comma is standing outside. Right? Clear? Who will read this?
Which one, ma'am?
This sentence.
Someone is watching us, whispered Alex.
Yes.
Alex whispered that someone was watching them.
Now, this is indirect. The first sentence is direct and the second sentence is indirect. So, indirect speech focuses on the content of what someone has said. So, in indirect speech, we remove the quotation marks. The structure of a reported clause varies based on whether it is a statement, whether it is a question, or whether it is a command. So we do not use quotation marks, but we use that. Instead of 6699, we use that. So Alex whispered that. Now someone was watching them.
ఎలా
So
ఉంది?
to change the tense, because this thing happened in the past and now you are reporting. So is will become what?
That
Is will become was.
was. Acha.
Are you coming? Asked my grandma. So indirect speeches, my grandma asked if I was coming. That means whenever you have any question whose answer is yes or no, then we use if. Okay. Now I want you all to make one sentence and write in the chat the similar kind of example where you have a question whose answer is in yes or no, and I want indirect sentence for that. This one is an example you all can see, and similar example you all have to make and write in the chat box so that I understand that whether you have understood this or not. Okay. So I will read the examples. Radhika has written, my mother asked if I was coming to the market with her. Yes. Are you coming? Rita, this is not a indirect speech. My mother, Vanita has written, my mother asked whether, क्यों नहीं आएगा, whether किससे पूछा? I was going to the market. No? It is raining. My friend asked if I was coming. Okay, past हो गया ना, am नहीं आएगा. I was coming to her house for lunch. My neighbor asked if milk was there. Okay. So I hope you all have understood how to use indirect if in the indirect speech when you have the answer in yes or no. Who's the new girl? Wondered Joseph. Joseph wondered who the new girl was. Now here we have removed the inverted commas, quotation marks, but we have not put that. So whenever you have WH questions, you will not use that. I want one example from everyone in the chat. A simple example. My father had asked whether today is hot. Okay. You have to give indirect, not direct. You all are giving the direct sentences. You have to give indirect. There has to be somebody reporting. This is called reporting speech. Means you are telling something to someone. Somebody is telling something to someone. That is reporting speech. She asked who the new boy was. Okay, this is correct. She asked Alex who the new boy was. Yes. So it can be she asked, she told, she wondered, she praised, anything. She wanted to know what it is in the bag. Okay. रीटा आप जो लिख रहे हो ना वो डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट नहीं है, वो एक्टिव पैसिव है. ओके, वी आर नॉट डूइंग एक्टिव पैसिव.
Okay, dear.
Okay. Now we use say. Now when to use say and when to use to. When there is no indirect object. Like I said that I didn't like the movie. But when you have an indirect object, what is an indirect object? It will be any one person. So when someone is telling something to someone else, okay, like in the first sentence, it is said because I said, but there is no object, no indirect object that I said to whom. If there is no answer to
Then
whom,
there is no dar. We say, we use say.
yeah, when you don't have the second person, you can say ki I am saying this to whom. If that is not mentioned, then it is said. But if that is mentioned, I said this to this person, then we don't use said, but we use to. We use told. So I told my family that I didn't like the movie.
एक में 1050 है, एक में 12,000 है.
Please mute yourself, Satish. Okay. She shouted at him to come quickly. So which one is correct? Comma should be inside or comma should be outside?
Inside.
Yes, it should be inside. Which one is correct? Did you arrive after 8 p.m.? She asked. Which one is correct? Very easy.
The first one, ma'am.
Yes.
First one.
Whether he had arrived after 8 p.m. So the first one is right. How was your holiday? Which one is correct?
Second one.
Yes. Because whenever you are writing in indirect speech, question mark will be removed. I would have visited you in the hospital if I had known you were there, said Julia. So which one is correct? Julia told him she would have visited him in the hospital if she had known he was there, or
No, the first one, ma'am.
Julia told she would have visited him in the hospital if
No.
she had known he was there. Which is correct?
I would have visited you in the hospital if I'd known you were there, Julia said. The first one.
What is the difference between first and second?
Second May I
Told.
told.
Told. If we use told, then we should use both the way. Julia told him.
Where is him in the first sentence? Can you see?
Yeah, it is there in the first sentence. So when we use him, then if we use told, then we should use who told to him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It is
Am I
told. If it is told, there has to be an indirect object.
Object.
Which one is correct?
The one in the yellow. We were.
The first one,
First
the yellow one.
It's very
The
simple.
teacher ordered them not to touch it.
Hmm.
She
Question.
wondered if they were in London. Are they in London? She wondered. Are they in London? She wondered. Second one.
Why?
Are they in London?
Uh.
Because it is inside the inverted comma question mark.
Because we do not use
Comma should not be there. In the first sentence, there is a comma. In the second sentence, it is not there.
yes.
Comma cannot come.
We have just read that if there is question mark or exclamation mark, we will
Hmm.
not put comma.
Hmm.
So yesterday, Lola said, I feel sick. And today, when she will report it to somebody, when we report the sentence today, we will say, Lola said she felt sick. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this. This is the rule. How do we change? If it is simple present, it is changed to simple past. Like is will become was. You know, go will becomes went. Please take a screenshot of this. So this is your rule chart. That simple present will change to simple past. Present continuous will change to past continuous. Present perfect simple will change to past perfect simple. Present perfect continuous changes to past. So all the present changes to the past form. Simple present, simple past.
Ma'am,
Present
there is
past
some pop-up is there, ma'am, so we can't see it.
Now,
Now it
now.
is okay. Yeah. Okay.
Now take the screenshot, okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
So all the present will change to the relative past. But if it is simple past changes to past perfect and past continuous changes to past perfect continuous, whereas past perfect will not change. And in simple future, you have to only change, it is not written here, but you can mention in simple future or in any future tense, will be changed to would. Okay? In future, will becomes would. That's the only change. Okay? So want becomes wanted. Simple present is simple past. Present perfect is past perfect. I've always wanted. So this becomes she had always. So I have becomes she had. Continuous I am becomes he was. So I will be changed. The first person will change to the third person, and simple past becomes simple present becomes simple past. Present continuous becomes present past continuous. Okay. I will share these notes. I will share all of these sentences in notes. Okay.
Thanks, ma'am.
You can have a look. Please mute yourself if you're talking to someone else. Okay. So past continuous is present continuous is changing to past continuous, but past continuous will change into past perfect continuous. So she had been waiting. Okay. Was waiting will change to she had been waiting. What will come here? Have been sleeping will become present perfect continuous will change into
Would be sleeping. I will be. I
Had been.
will be sleeping.
have becomes had been sleeping. Okay.
Had been sleeping.
I am becomes am will change to was. Had becomes past perfect remains past perfect. No change. Have becomes had. I have becomes she had. They were skiing. Simple past will change to past perfect. They had been skiing. And future may will becomes would. That is very simple. Okay. Will is changed to would. So I'll come to the party will become she would come to the party. Can will become could. I can meet he could meet. May becomes might. I may go home. She might go home. Must becomes had to. You must be home. You had to be home. We had to be home. But if it is must, then it will be must. Shall will change to should. Might remains might. So what will come here? Can will change to? Can will change to?
Could, ma'am.
Could.
Could.
Yes.
She could swim.
Will change to?
Would
Would.
live.
Would.
Would. Must will be? Must remains must.
Must. Yeah.
Must.
Will becomes?
Would
Would
again.
be.
Would. May becomes?
Might.
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 Shall be changes to?
Should.
So I will come will be he.
Would go to
Would.
her. Would.
Would remains would only.
Mm.
Will becomes would.
Would.
Want.
He wanted.
Now this is something where there is no change. Why there is no change? Why there is no change? If original statement is still the relevant, the situation is still same, nothing has changed. So I want to go to Spain next summer, and he still wants to go. Okay. Same. I don't like cooking, so I don't like cooking now also, and yesterday also, and today also. So then we don't change. Okay. So if something which is same, there's no change, then it will come as it is. Only you have to change the pronouns. Okay. So if something is a warning yesterday, it is a same warning today also. So there will be no change. You should not run outside. So if yesterday I said that, today also it will be the same. Just a minute. Huh? Okay. What difference do you note in these sentences? See, when you were talking in the first week of January and you're reporting in first week of January itself, so there's no change. So the tense will not change. But the same sentence, now you're reporting the sentence in the month of February, something which happened in January. So then you have to change. Okay. So that's all for today. We will do a little more of these tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Thank you,
Good
ma'am.
night.
Good
Thank
night.
you, madam.